In a developing story in Michigan, standing to lose more than $30 million in Victims of Crime Act funding. The money helps crime victims or the organizations that do the work. State Attorney General Dana Nessel says the Trump administration has threatened to freeze the funding unless state authorities agree to comply with federal civil immigration enforcement. Nessel and 21 other Democratic state attorneys general are suing the Department of Justice. They say the funds should go to states, without this attached caveat regarding immigration policy.
This is an act of Congress created this fund, and it gets dispersed to the states through a very specific formula. It's been happening for over 40 years.
The money is allocated through the Crime Victims Fund, which was established by the Victims of Crime Act during the Reagan administration in 1984.
This is funding that comes from, fees and penalties that are paid from criminal defendants that are convicted at the federal level.
According to the Office for Victims of Crime, as of May, the fund balance was more than $5 billion.
It is owed to our very most vulnerable, which is, crime victims.
Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel says with this lawsuit filed in Rhode Island, she hopes it can move quickly through the legal system.
And can you imagine all of those people potentially losing their job all at once? Would be devastating. We just wouldn't be able to operate, and I think it'd be impossible to prosecute these cases effectively.
The money goes to prosecutor offices across the state for victim advocates. It also funds child advocacy centers like Voices for Children.
It is over 52% of the funds that we get for the services. It's the critical services that are needed to provide life-saving services as well as justice for children.
Voices for Children helps support kids who were abused and neglected. Nisi Holloman is the president and CEO. She says she can't imagine what children would do without these supports.
It's kind of devastating to think about because while we're talking about funding that could be taken away and frozen, like the numbers to continue to increase.
Holloman tells me last year they saw a 15% increase of children needing these services.
Before you had child advocacy centers, there were over 16 different adults that were talking to kids, from law enforcement to CPS to different therapists, different doctors. Now this is one coordinated approach, and it is built with the intentionality of children.
The proposed funding freeze would be for the next fiscal year, and it also impacts domestic violence and trauma recovery centers. Right now, it's unclear if it'll happen, especially now that a lawsuit has been filed. I did reach out to the Department of Justice for comments and have not heard back.